Thanks for staying with us. Over the weekend, security officers arrested 16 gunmen suspected to be members of a group identified as Oodua Nation Agitators for invading the State Secretariat at Agodi, Ibadan, Oyo State. According to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, the gunmen, who were more than 10, blocked the Secretariat Total Garden Road to make way for other members of the group to force their way into the Secretariat complex. The gunmen, who were said to be dressed in military camouflage, were subdued with the arrival of security personnel. Joining us on the show is the special advisor to the governor of Oyo State on security matters, is retired Commissioner of Police Fatai Owusheni. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning. So over the weekend, many Nigerians woke up to this news. It was quite disheartening. And one of the very first questions that come to mind is that, didn't police have some kind of intelligence that this was going to happen in the first place?
The answer to it is that what has happened has happened. Intelligence may not be 100% sometimes, but while they commenced their movement, there was a kind of information that was gotten from. So there was an information that was gotten that some people in their numbers were trying to come out, and that made the police intelligence people to be on their trail. And that, of course, explained why the dislodgement was immediate.
All right.
So we're told that they came in and they blocked the secretariats. From the investigations of some of them that have been arrested, what exactly did they say was what they were looking for in blocking that secretariat? They wanted to start...
Your report...
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
The report that they blocked the secretariat is completely false. It is the security operatives that, cordoned off the area because the security operatives didn't want people to get into crossfire. It wasn't the miscreants that blocked the secretariat. And of course, from all what you must have seen, gone viral on the social media, they have claimed to say that there was a proclamation that a Yoruba nation has been excised from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They come to take the leadership from Ibadan. That is their claim. And like I've explained from other interactions, if you listen to them, you find out that they are not really coherent. And that is why I will continue to say that they have been described as people that are probably on some cheap drug materials who have been hoodwinked. I've likened them to people that follow movements like that incident, Guyana tragedy, many years ago in the United States. They are like people that followed the Jesuit thing, that have been hoodwinked, hypnotized into believing that they are fighting for salvation. And that suspicion has been confirmed from the results we are getting from the interrogations that have been carried out.
Okay, so we also learned that they removed the Nigerian flag and replaced it with the Oodua Nation flag. What does that connote?
That was their aim, to hoist the flag. And of course, sometimes you require evidence when you want to prosecute. Because what they've done, like a treason, that's a treasonable felony. And of course, when you don't get enough evidence, it is not enough for them to say proclamation. When they were doing that, what they were doing, hosting the flag, and they were captured. That is also an evidential material. And of course, they were immediately and quickly dislodged.
So from the conversation, it showed that these were not people with, they were not in a sane state. If you're going to prosecute them, I would feel like we're catching the, how do we go about where they got the information from, and how do we try people that they were acting under the influence? Would that impact in any way on how they will get tried?
I didn't hear the first part of your question because there are so many voices at the background. It seems as if the studio is still playing the video of some viral video. But if I capture anything at all, you are saying, how do we assure the people that they have been lodged or what?
No, I said because we know that they acted under the influence, you know, like they obviously were not in their right state of mind. That are we sure that I'm looking at it as an individual, as a concerned citizen, that these are not the people we should be dealing with. Yes, we arrest them, but we need to go after their source, where they get the information from, who is influencing them, who is sponsoring them, and who even gave them the drugs and told them where to go to, that kind of thing. For me, those are the people we should go after, not these people. And how would they be tried, since they can say, we did not know, somebody drugged us and just told us what to do, and we went ahead and did it?
Okay, so talking professionally now, why did I liken them to people on cheap drugs? You must have seen those videos going all out from the way they were talking. Even the madam that seems to have released to say that a proclamation has been made, you will find out that the person is talking like someone that require examination. Even the other guy that said Agbomeji or something like that, you'll find out that they are mixing a whole lot of things together. And when people are under the influence and the movement, even if you ask them to go and drink acid and kill themselves, that they will receive salvation, they will do it. That is why you also have suicide bombers. But we are not just, that is the one aspect of the analysis. So we are not sitting down to just conclude that. Because when you have such movement, they have a connection, they have people financing them, they are somehow well organized. Of course, the security apparatus has been on that since Saturday to get to the root, to see who are their backers. Even some of the viral videos that are being released, the security apparatus, the team is working all together to go all out to see where is this coming from. A whole lot of work had been done. Things have been done between Saturday night and now. And when you do such a thing, in situations like this, you only release information they need to know basic. But as to get it to the root, to the source, a lot of work is going on with respect to that by the combined security system, by the intelligence apparatus, not just only in the state, up to the federal level.
Sir, so there are a few things that are in my head, because I know that there is a Yoruba nation agitation. There's a group that call themselves, is recognized, Sunday, who has come out to say he dissociates himself. And I think the other group, there's another head that has also said that they have no connection or link with these people. So my question is, how were they able to access the Secretariat in the first place? Because that's also a security breach. That's a state of power. So for me, that in itself is a major concern as a citizen. How can a group that maybe because they're Yoruba nation, I don't know, maybe because of the name, get them some kind of access, but how were they so easy to enter the State Secretariat?
The reality you have to face, even as media people, is that everyone will tell you that they have freedom of movement. We are talking of a country where you have proliferation of uniform, where you have proliferation of so many groups, either hunters group or whatever, under the guise of even private security guards. And you see everybody wearing one form or uniform or the other. And when they come out like people that are doing a peaceful meeting and all those things. So you cannot rule out a situation where you see people just like having actually coming out in all sort of uniform, and they will say, oh, they've come for a meeting. The Secretariat Ibadan, they have an aspect of it where they call the House of Chiefs, where people hold meetings. And sometimes the security people have to be careful. Sometimes you challenge some group like that, and they will tell you that, oh, we are a group that have come for meeting or something like that. It is under that kind of a guise, because on that particular day, there was a ceremony going to take place at the House of Chiefs. And some people come like Bansas. Bansas wear different kind of uniform too now. Yes, we have sit down to, do an appraisal of the whole thing. Where did we fail? And because a group was noticed coming out of a place they call Olomi, Ibadan. So the intelligence people in civil dreads had followed them. That was why you see that the dislodgement was fast, it was swift, and that made it easy because they've been on their trail to say, oh, is this a peaceful movement or whatever? And it's a thin line between when you confront movements that they will say, oh, there are peaceful people going about. Boys Brigade can say they're on a march past and whatever.
All
so
right.
you need to distill the information you are getting before you can say, oh, let us respond.
All right.
For us to get into the root, the security people are, on top of what they are doing.
Okay, sir. So the people making the proclamation, some persons have said they actually do not live in Nigeria. Can you confirm that to us?
I won't be able to confirm that. You can only insinuate. But the security people that are working on it are also doing that. It is not new to everyone. You have so many people outside this country that come out to say whatever. Is it Ewa or the fellow that is somewhere out there that is asking people to sit at home in the Southeast? You have so many of them out there, and they are, under the guise that the United Nations have a provision that gives room to self-determination and all those things. So people come out. There's a thin line between saying you are breaching fundamental rights of people and, of course, doing security work.
I have a caller for you.
A lot of work is being done with regards to get the source from which that woman was making her broadcast, including the guy that also came up talking a whole lot of things, like someone that probably needs a psychiatric examination.
Let me take this call from Isaac. He's calling from Otta. Good morning, Mr. Isaac. You're live.
Good morning, Ma. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, the Commissioner. Good morning, everyone in the studio. Yes, my question is very simple and straightforward. Mr. Osheni talked about Mr. Osheni talked about the fact that intelligence cannot be 100% sometimes. So I want to ask, now in a situation where we have life-threatening situation. I mean, like what happened the last time. I mean, they had their way into the place. He said, according to him, he said the thing was thwarted or something. But now, what happens when lives are involved? Probably while on their way, they already gunned down someone or they already attacked someone before. The security operatives could come in. So if you expatiate on the fact that intelligence cannot be 100% sometimes, why? Does it mean that our intelligence is not, grounded enough to combat such situation so that it will not endanger lives?
All right, thank you, Isaac. Did you get that, Commissioner CB?
If I get it clearly, it's trying to question the integrity and how strong is our intelligence. Is that what he was asking me?
Because somebody could have died. Yes, he mentioned that.
Yes. So if you're talking of intelligence, don't let us deceive ourselves. because this thing happened in Ibadan, doesn't mean it is now that we'll be pretending that one, globally, no intelligence system is 100%. Even the country of the world that have the best of technology, they used to be breaches. That is why they would tell you that someone had scaled the fence of the White House or something like that. So you cannot have 100% system, and of course with security. So talk less of here, that you have all sort of things put together. Security consciousness is the lowest in this country. And of course, when you talk of human intelligence, which is very, very vital in intelligence tools, if you have all the technology, you must also make sure that human intelligence is given a consideration. What is human intelligence? If you see something, say something. It is a country where, because of the Nigeria that has happened to everyone, what people are after is, I want to go out to go and earn my living. Even when you tell them to say, beside your house, do you know who your neighbor is? They don't bloody care. As Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, I challenged the elite in Ikoyi that your housemate, your cook that you have given your boys quarters, do you go there in the night to know whether he or she has brought in people? And some people went to check and they found out that, housemaid, a domestic staff that they've given a one room at the boys' quarters, has subletted that boys' quarter out to another 5 persons. So we're talking of a country where we need to improve on our engagement with the people as to security consciousness, to say, if you say something, please say something. Some people will say mistrust. And you're also talking of a country where every big man going to a social party is carrying all sorts of people wearing all sorts of uniform. It is what is happening that we see every day. Don't let us pretend. So it requires that we should rejig our ways of doing things to check all sort of proliferation of uniform, proliferation of weapon. It starts from an Olode guarding a house, carrying a dang gun, from carrying a single barrel. There are some of the so-called militia leaders that you know in this country, that when they move, they have all sort of retinue of people following them, blocking your cars. So many big men do that. It is something that the government need to fight, and the people must put hands together with government to fight that.
All right, we need to wrap up with you, but I have to ask you very quickly, was it the army or was it the police that apprehended these people? Because we saw a press release from the Nigerian Army, and then we're also seeing policemen in uniform apprehending the suspects. So who did it? Who's taking credit for this?
It's a security operation. Who made arrest doesn't matter. All the arrests made will be handed over to the police. The police have the 20 people that is on the figure. The ones, because we have what we call an operation boss, which is a joint team. Okay. Everything goes back to the police for prosecution.
All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you, sir. Speaking with retired Commissioner of Police, Fatai Hosseini. Just going to break now. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.